How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel with a brand new setup. Today I'm gonna try this out. Tell me if you guys like it or not. Featuring my friend Sebastian over here. My plant's name is Sebastian for reasons that I am not willing to disclose at the current moment, but just I think Sebastian is a very suiting name for a plant. Anyways, so as my final semester actually was kicking into gear, I started thinking about everything that I'm trying to juggle this semester. University, work, gym, this YouTube channel, social life. So I'm gonna share with you guys just how I managed to get most of this stuff done. And it's from
Speak English.
and it's going to be from a realistic point of view. I'm not trying to paint a picture as if I am a perfect human being here. I am just like you. So if I can do this, you can do it too.
Not really. Maybe.
I'm different, yeah, I'm different.
I think I might have burnt out once over the course of the last 7 semesters. But anyways, if that sounds remotely interesting to you, let's get into the video. To start off, now let me be completely honest with you. The most important thing for me, and this might sound a little bit backwards, first step is sorting out your sleep schedule. Now, let me be completely honest. The fundamental pillar, at least for me, in being able to do everything that I do is rest and sleep. This may sound a little bit backwards to the people that have the, work hard, work super hard until you knock out mentality. I find it better when I'm feeling well rested. Then I work better in terms of if I really need to go hard, whether it's working out or it's working on some really mentally exhausting or mentally taxing task. I work a lot better when I've actually rested well. Sleep and the time you give your body and mind time to recover, I hope that made sense. I'm not entirely sure if that sentence made any sense at all. Is actually very important for you. And it's not just for when you're trying to be productive at university. Mentally and physically too, just going about day-to-day tasks, how much you sleep and how much you rest genuinely has a significant impact on everything. You can check out this podcast by Dr. Andrew Huberman. He's one of my favorite podcasters. And I promise you don't need like a doctorate in neuroscience or anything like that to be able to understand it. He brings it down to a level where every Tom, Dick, and Harry is able to completely understand it without having an issue and apply the concepts that he's talking about. It's a long podcast. You're talking like 2 hours or something like that. But I'll give you a summary of the two things at least that at minimum, that I try to make sure of to make sure that every day that I'm working or I'm planning on, being productive in some way or another, I have the energy, resources, and the capability to actually do that. Number one, I try to make sure that I sleep at least 7 to 8 hours every day. And at some point during the day, I might take a nap, a power nap that is. So usually around 20 to 30 minutes, not longer than that, because if you sleep longer than that, you then start to feel a little bit groggy when you wake up and you're tired, and it kind of disrupts your sleep rhythm. So I try to keep the power nap a little bit short. Point number two is I try to wake up around the same time every day and go to sleep around the same time every day. And this includes the weekends also, but I understand we're in college and we like to go out, we like to have fun. So it doesn't necessarily mean that, over the weekends, it's like I have to wake up at 6 a.m. But it tends to happen because of my sleep schedule during the week, where it's like if I'm waking up at 6:30 every day during the week, when it comes to the weekend, if I go out on Friday and I go out and I have fun, and sometimes I just wake up at like 7 on the Saturday morning or the Sunday, just because of that's what my body's become accustomed to. So in general, round about 10:30, 10 o'clock, I'm in bed, and around 6 to 7, I'm waking up. Anytime between those hours, I'm getting up and I'm starting my day, or I'm getting ready for bed. Don't try and operate on like 4 hours of sleep, guys. It's not enough. You're gonna be looking like a zombie, and Red Bull and caffeine cannot fix this if you do it repeatedly. Okay, I understand. Sometimes you might need to pull an all-nighter, you've procrastinated a little bit, but don't let it be something that happens every single day. Also, just like in general, you're gonna get sick, if you overdo it and you're not getting enough sleep. And also, you just feel better in general about your life if you're getting enough sleep. So once I've sorted out the sleep part, the next biggest thing that I found was really important that I needed to sort out was the structure in terms of how I'm working and the things that I have to do. And by structure, I mean just the general schedule of how your day goes and how your weeks go. And then you can plan on to like your months. But then the small structures in terms of your general day-to-day habits actually really go far in you being able to accomplish a lot of the things that you want to plan to do. Having a structure that's more or less the same every single day has been very beneficial for me. And this comes from the fact that we are in general habitual animals. Like we work really well with, is that a fly? Anyways, we work really well. It's a gnat actually. Anyways, we work really well with habits. Habits, when we have certain routines, we operate, I think, at our maximum when we have habits that lead us towards whatever it is that we're trying to do. When I came to university, I actually underestimated just how important or how much good the structures that we had in high school were for us. Because I came from a high school where it was 7 a.m. You're arriving at school. You have classes up until like 10. From 10, you've got a break, and then you go to lunch, and then after lunch, you've got sporting clubs from like 2:30 until 5:30. 5:30, you're going home. And then by the time you get home, you're just tired from the whole day. You know, you have dinner, you do your homework, you're sleeping, you repeat, you're waking up at 5:30 the next day. And that was every single day of the week. That routine, as much as back then I must have thought, oh, like, wow, this is so awful. Thinking now, university, when it's like I'm trying to have structure to my life, I'm like, all the responsibilities on myself. Because back then you were forced to do those things, but now the responsibilities on myself, and I have to do these things on my own. Creating that structure for myself has been extremely beneficial. I remember the first days of uni, arriving here and trying to get up at like 9 a.m. suddenly was a struggle, you know, maybe first couple of semesters of university even. And you're just wondering to yourself, like, how was I able? And I used to think, how was I able to do those things back in high school? You know, that schedule was so hectic. And then I realized it's being able to stick to a schedule. Your body just gets used to it. And then you just operate in that framework so efficiently, and you learn to do it so efficiently. Long story short is you need a rhythm and you need a habit. You need rhythm and you need habits for you to be able to function properly. Okay, so I could stop the video right here. Okay, so this is the actual Sebastian. I hope my finger's not in front of the camera.
I did not know I was going to be in this.
Well, you are now. Oh yeah, so by the way, so Sebastian the plant, this is Sebastian the person.
Hi everyone.
The rest of the video is me talking about my morning and shit. I don't really know if you guys... should I put it in the video?
I think they're interested.
Okay, so we're putting it in the video then.
You guys want to hear it?
Yeah, of course they do.
They do.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a summary of what my mornings usually look like. When my alarm rings in the morning, the first thing that I do is I try to get as much sunlight as possible. Well, I mean, it's winter now, so there's not a lot of sunlight that I'm getting, but I get as much light as possible because it helps me wake up. I have a hard time getting up if it stays really dark in the room. I really can't do this, so I need lights to come on, and then that way it just wakes my brain up and I can actually start doing stuff. Then over the course of the morning, I try get my most cognitively tasking tasks done in the morning because I am a morning person. As I told you, if I'm waking up really early, I can't just be sitting and doing nothing. So that's when I have the most drive to do something, motivation. And so it's either maybe I might go to the gym, maybe I might do whatever it is. I need to accomplish something within the morning because that's when I'm most productive. Then over the course of the day, I'll have my breaks and then do everything else that comes along. Actually, I remember the other day, I woke up at like 6. No, I woke up at 5:30. I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, and I didn't really have any like university work planned for that day. I didn't have work planned for that day, and so I just had a free day just to rest. And then I ran to the gym at 6 a.m. and I worked out until 8, and then I came back, and it was raining in the morning. Yeah. Some days you just wake up with extra motivation. I needed to get rid of it somewhere, and I wasn't gonna stay in my room, so that happened. The other thing that has helped me balance everything in my life is putting in deadlines. As university students, I'm pretty sure you're all aware of the effect of a deadline. You're told that you have to complete something by next week, you get it done by next week. You're told you have to complete something within a month, you get it done just before the month actually strikes. And this is Parkinson's law, right? Work expands to fill the amount of time allocated for it. And so what I started doing was I started making my deadlines, at least self-imposed deadlines, a lot shorter, whether it was work that I had to get done at work. So if they told me it's during a week, I try to compress the time as much as possible to tell myself, okay, you know, I'm gonna get it done in 2 days. If it was gym related stuff, if I told myself, okay, I've got this gym goal that I want to get done by this in like 2 months, I compress the time for myself, maybe make it a month. Be careful with this because it works in terms of giving you motivation to accomplish a task, because as soon as the deadline is shorter, then you put in more effort to do it by that deadline. The thing that I haven't mentioned as yet, which I'm pretty sure as a university student you're looking forward to, is your social life. I have a pretty good social life. I've got lots of friends in university, outside of university, friends that are working, friends that are students, friends that have just started university. So it's pretty broad. And okay, now it sounds like I'm bragging about my social life.
I don't know, it's so difficult not to look smug at this point.
I try to allocate my time in terms of my social life depending on what exactly is most important to me at that time, right? If university is what's most important to you, make sure that you're spending lots of time with the people that are going to help you pass university, right? And then, if you've got a group of friends that you can't really hang out with because you're so occupied in university and you're prioritizing university, you have to explain it to them. It's not necessarily that you're saying you can't be homies with them. But you just need to make sure that your friends understand that, okay, right now, guys, like I'm stuck in university. I'm trying to get this stuff done. I don't really have time to come out. And hopefully, if they're actually your friends, they'll understand. And then as soon as, you got your work, as soon as you get your work done, then you can rejoin them. When I have really busy weeks, I tend to not go out during the week. I might be out because, well, technically because I sleep early most of the time. So going out usually only happens around about 5 or so, or during the day sometime. If I have like a coffee break or something, I'll go out with a friend and we walk around. But I tend to not really go out partying during the week. Monday to Friday, I'm usually chilling. Friday evening, and then I'll probably go out. And when I do go out, I'm gonna let you guys know now, when I do go out, I tend to go back home by like 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't like staying out further than 2 a.m. because I've tend to just notice that nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. Nice. Sorry, I might be boring. Call it boring. This is how I've chosen to live life. I am sorry. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I didn't want to make it too long, and I hope this video was helpful. If you did find it helpful, make sure to smash the like button because I know you want me because you liked the video. Wow. I'm sorry, guys, that it's been a month and a half that I haven't posted a channel. Talking about balancing videos, I haven't posted a video in forever. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Things are a little bit more settled now in terms of work and university. I'm writing my thesis, BTW. This is my final semester, if you guys didn't know. And so we're almost out of here, almost out of university. I do have lots of videos that I had now planned and to record and post for you guys. So those are coming up soon. Stay tuned. Stay interested because I am an interesting person. I know you guys know that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.